This is free to talk with the.
Do we have the Akani man with us? Akani? Do we have?
Ajola Williams is my name.
What's your nickname?
A.K.A. Adeloyas.
Adeloya. Adeloya, you heard what he said. Oh, please now.
I heard everything.
Say your own, my dear, so I won't ask you questions.
So, along the line, Akani Olowa is.
If you had told us, we will not mention all those names, so that you can arrest them. That's something.
Fight with MC Olonwa. We are with him, sir. We are with this Akani Olonwa. In state, 2 people die along the line in that place. The opponent of us, 2 people died. Yes, 2 people died. We keep 2 among them. This one that happened now is presently about this Kunle Poli. He said he was the one that brought Kunle Poli to the national world, and there is money that they used to pay to him, and the money is not. Since I used to ask, I won't lie, I used to ask him money, but he is always complaining about it. They don't need to give him money again in state, and Kunle was the main key of the problem. So you don't want to see Kunle. He now called me on Monday. We carried the operation on Wednesday. He gave me 500. He stayed at Karena when his boys they used to play gang there. He now called me that I should come. I can't come there because I don't have time. He said when I said I was in Goshen, he came there with 1 car and we discussed issue with ourselves. He now gave me 500. He told me that he don't want anybody to do what? To know about this level. That's why he has only me to do what? To come. I said no problem. And I collect the 500,000 before we carry on the operation. And when we reach there, we missed the target of Kunle Poli. We now hit his own PA. Since then, the second day I call you just do anyhow because you know that thing is not work again. You just do anyhow on phone. The 3rd day, he said you call me. Say you don't want to talk to me now. And I call him with my own private number. And I talk to him that for now you don't want to talk to anybody. I said why? It has happened. It has nothing. Why are you doing like you are a man now? What of us that we sent to go and do this thing? And I said for now you don't have money. You don't have money. You pay all the 1 million that is with you. He said now promise me since that time. And I'll see his driver. I called that one. I said I want to see you. I'm not after your own car. That one bought Mozu Kamwe. I said I'm not after your own car. I need Olonwa car. Now went to go and bought it for me. The car is with me almost 2 now. It's going to 3 weeks now. He said if you have money, you come and pay the money to me that I should hold the vehicle. So my man will do what the rest. That's about it.
But how many jobs have you done for him?
How many people have
Here for him?
4?
4.
Yes. What about others? How many? It's 4. Other places. I work for Kasim Eletu. I work for Kasim Eletu and Kasim and Igbowo and Akani Olowa.
Gentlemen and ladies of the press, I greet you good morning. Yes. You will recall that in keeping with my promise during the previous briefing, I stated that all further developments in connection with the assassination of one Ganiyu Ayinla, male, a member of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Idumota branch, will be made public. Recall also that on the 23rd day of January 2018, at about 12:30 a.m., one Ganiyu Ayinla, male, a member of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Idumota branch, was assassinated by unknown gunmen at number 1 John Street, Idumota, Lagos. The gunmen arrived the venue of the offense in a wine-colored tinted glass Toyota Camry saloon vehicle with registration number KTU 713EZ and waited patiently until their targets were in sight. In the encounter that ensued, the said Ganiyu Ayinla, male, was killed by a bullet from an AK-47 rifle, while one Kunle Poli, the branch chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers at Idumota, who was the prime target, escaped from the scene. Sequel to that development, there was a collaborative effort by all units of the force in Lagos State. As a result of this collaborative efforts between the Federal SARS Adeji Adele, the Federal SARS Ikeja, our intelligence, local intelligence, police, and units in Lagos, the following prime suspects were arrested. Number 1, Bashiru Bashoru, aka Abija, aged 49 years. Sunday Balogun, aka Olo, age 43 years. John Oladogun, aka John Ibafo, age 43 years. And Golahon Olomokiri, aka Motherless Junior, aged 34 years. During interrogation, they confessed to being part of those who committed the crime and went further to mention one Ade lawyer as a co-conspirator. Based on their confessions, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Ibrahim Idris, MPM MNI, was informed and duly briefed, and he directed his intelligence response team to use their assets and platform and resources to assist the Lagos State Command to ensure that other suspects at large were arrested and this case brought to its closure. This has paid off because based on credible intelligence generated by the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team with the support received from the Technical Intelligence Units of the Nigeria Police Force, one Adeola Williams, aka Ade Lawyer, was arrested in Akure in connection with the crime. Adeola Williams, aka Ade Lawyer, when interrogated, stated very clearly that his services was procured by one Rafiu Olohunwa Akani, male, a former national chairman, a former state chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, Lagos, with the sum of 1,500,000 naira to assassinate one Kunle Poli, the branch chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers, Idumota branch. After the assassination attempt on Kunle Poli, which led to the death of his personal assistant, one Ganiyu Ayela, also a National Union member in Idumota. They said Adeloya went back to Olorunwa Akani for balance payments, having received an initial sum of 500,000 naira out of the agreed amount of 1.5 million naira. They said Olorunwa Akani refused to pay him the balance on the grounds that he did not hit the target, who in this case is the said Kunle Poli. This infuriated Adeloya, who then seized one Hyundai Santa Fe Jeep with reg number EKY 741DL belonging to the said Olorunwa Akani in lieu of the balance of 1 million naira that was denied him. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, let me announce to you that the said Rafiu Olorunwa Akani, who contracted Adeola Williams, aka Adeloya, to carry out this nefarious act, has been arrested. And both men are currently being interrogated, with other suspects already in our custody for the murder of the PA, to Adeloya, one Ganiyu, mother of the PA of Kunle Poli, one Ganiyu Ayela. Let me also state that this was a collaborative effort involving all police units with assistance from the IGP's intelligence response team and the technical intelligence units of the Nigeria Police. All suspects involved in this crime have been arrested, and at the end of investigation, all of them will certainly be charged to court and diligently prosecuted. In a similar development relating also to a case of
now we say me mention not being mentioned himself. They look at to expose others.
My former union member.
Okay, you are alleged. So are you saying you don't have any, you don't know why you were brought here? Are you not connected with this gentleman, sir?
No, I'm not connected.
What's your relationship with him?
I don't have any relationship with him. I just know him as a member when I was the chairman.
How long have you known him?
I've been heard about him when I was after leaving the office 2016.
When were you chairman?
From when to when?
Come again with this question, please.
Your duration as a chairman
from 2008 to 2011.
Okay, that was when you met.
No, it's after my office.
Okay, how did you know him? How is the connection?
Yes, I know him through one of my boys that are very close to me, that he has to be introducing to me on phone that when I was in office, so there's this guy called Ade, he's in Naija branch. He's one of our supporters. After that time, I only saw him twice in my life.
When and when?
I saw him the other time. I saw him at Ede. After that, I saw it here again.
What was happening at Ede, sir, when you saw him?
Then I went to Adeleke burial
for 8 days prayer. That's where I saw him.
Okay. Don't you people communicate?
No, we don't communicate.
Okay.
God bless you. The 500,000 I gave you when we are on our way to Ede, he said he's going with me to Ede. Then he now has an accident at Redeem. After that accident, he now started calling my boy that he has an accident to tell Oga to do something for me. This thing happened on May 1st. And then immediately after that, I traveled out to England. Then, you know, I have a roaming number there. Then he started sending a message to me, threatening message. The message is still on my phone. That if I fail to do anything, he's going to kill me, kill my people, if I don't do this. And I find it difficult because when I was in abroad, and when I come back, and I call my PA, that this guy, the guy that let me know him, he now said, Oga, let's find something and give this boy to compensate for the accident. Since as he said he's coming to see me, I said, oh, no problem. And now
Officer, not take us now. Sorry,
I now find 500,000. I gave it to my PA that he should call his boy, that they should send it to his account. That was an August.
Okay, why would he threaten you if he was looking for help? If I'm looking for help from you, I won't threaten you.
Hello, excuse me. It seems you don't know this guy. He's a deadly person. Everybody fear him. Everybody fear him.